Are you making noises?
What do you do?
What up?
What's up?
I think we'll start now. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nobody Interviews the Scene. And now because of all lockdown and the COVID-19, we thought why not interview musicians who would otherwise be super busy or free. We don't know that.
Absolutely.
Hi Nitika. Today we have Nitika. She's
What's up, Nitika?
third year architecture student.
What?
She's been releasing music and she's also a jazzy musical wet wipe.
Ha!
Yeah.
COVID.
Okay, so hi Nitika, how's it going? How's the lockdown?
What's up?
I like the quarantine life. Very.
Whoa.
I get to sleep all the time, so it's kind of nice.
Okay.
Barely awake for one meal. But as a musician, it sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. But as an architecture student, it does it innate.
No, because this is my hibernation period. I think I'm getting like all the sleep I deserve for the last 3 years of architecture during this time. Great.
How has lockdown been like for you personally? Like apart from sleeping all the time?
It's been pretty. I've been having mad writer's block, so it's really hard to come up with a lot of music. I thought this is going to be like a great time for me to write songs. I was like, wow, so much time. I can do this, I can do that, but it's not really working, so kind of sucks.
What do you do at home? Like, what's your usual day like?
I don't know when it starts. Most of the time it's at like 4 p.m. that it starts. That's why this meeting is at 9 o'clock. Because I just, I go to sleep when my dad wakes up and I stay awake when he goes to sleep. So that's pretty much how the day is.
Is there something you're not telling us?
Like what?
That you want to tell your dad something right now? So
No, it's just kind of tiring. Even without doing anything, it's kind of tiring, which sucks. Does it make sense?
yeah, I guess.
It does.
Yeah, I know. I've been.
Very much.
So congratulations on releasing Blue. Yeah. So what was your inspiration? Like, what inspired you to write Blue?
So Blue is actually like if you just listen to the lyrics, it's a song about the ocean. It's about my immense love for the ocean. It was weird because I was always very weirdly attached to the ocean. I don't know why. Maybe it's because every place that I've moved to all my life has always been by the sea. So anything that happened, I'd always be at the beach. Like from Goa to Pondicherry to Chennai, it's always just been sea. And I don't know, in my fictional head, I'm like, wow, there must be a reason for all this, Like maybe I'm just living in Moana. Let's do this,
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, because like the curly hair, sometimes like I feel like the Indian Moana. Maybe I'm like, the ocean's like helping me in whatever way. And when I was a baby, the only way that my parents could calm me down was if they took me to the ocean, and the ocean was like 50 meters away from our house. So every day they used to take me there, and they used to put me to sleep over there. It's the only way I would shut up. So it was about how much I genuinely like. I know everybody's like, yeah, I love the beach, a hydrophilic person. I'll just love everything about the ocean, but like no.
No, you don't. I do.
Ocean lovers.
I get damn competitive about how much I love the ocean. Like no, don't.
Yeah.
So it's like your ode to the ocean.
Oh, the oceans are
Yeah,
hood.
Yeah,
Tiruvallur beach is her hood.
even when I was, so fun story, even when I was like a year old, when I just started talking, my parents, like I said, they take me to the beach. I used to go almost every day. And so this is in Goa, and I used to like walk. I remember once I remember my parents and me. I used to like walk up to the sea, and I like go and I like whisper stuff to it, and I'll just be like, hi waves, and my parents be like, something wrong with this kid? Like, is she okay? It was that kind of like a relationship I had with the sea, and the first person who got to hear blue was actually the ocean, because I went back the album art of Blue was me sitting in the ocean in Goa, and I was singing it. I was like, listen, I have a song I wrote about you. It's like as if I was talking to somebody. I actually wrote a song about something. I wrote a song about you. I don't want you to hear it. And I sound low-key like cuckoo, like this makes no sense, but I just find like a friend in the ocean. And I was like, did you like it? And then I felt like this big wave, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is great. Yeah, and I feel like the waves are like just a way of embracing.
Yeah.
It's just like a hug from the sea. That's what waves are, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, so we hear that you have a very old clip of the song, the earliest version of the song. How do you promote the song Blue?
So Blue actually, I mean, Spotify for Artists had like a thing before it released to submit it to like, the playlist curators and stuff. So that was pretty much the one thing I did, and I also like Submit Hub is our best friend. So 2 credits, 5 credits. Every time you just accumulate things every 3 to 4 hours, and you just keep submitting and try your luck, right? But that didn't exactly work. And the weird part is that Phoenix, I did not do a single thing, like not one thing. Phoenix was just out there. There was no submitting it to the editors before its release. There was no, just absolutely nothing. It just went on, and God knows what happened to it. And we've almost hit 60K. So that's...
Whoa.
But it's... Thank you. But it's crazy, because imagine not doing anything for a song, and it's made it that far, and you actually try doing something for a song, and it's just like, nope, I'm just I'm going to add myself to a playlist no matter what you do. And obviously, like, it kind of sucks, because I like Blue better than I like Phoenix. And
Guys, you heard it here first.
I really do like Blue better than I like Phoenix. And the fact that it's not getting the streams that I feel it deserves does suck, but at the same time, in its time, it's just
You get that slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly rising like Phoenix.
994K left to 1 million.
Oh.
We're all gonna make it.
Yeah, so you released your song Blue on your birthday, right? So that was
smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move. I released it on my birthday for 2 reasons. The first and the more logical reason being like, I was like, okay, so this has a lot to do with me and my childhood and my life. So I was like, I really want to release it on my birthday. And I kind of released it at like 11:59 March 26th. So I would still be 19 when I dropped 2 singles. So I thought And the second reason for it was so that it was just a complete strategy marketing move. Like I would just, anybody who wished me, I'd just be like, they'd be like, happy birthday, and I'd say, yeah, thanks, listen to Blue.
You got Keba to play on your track for Blue. So how did you guys meet and how did this collaboration happen?
So Keba, actually, there was the OnePlus Red Cable Tour. The competition was going on sometime in November, if I remember right.
Okay.
And for the prelims, I joined this competition like very last minute. I had no idea what I was going into. I didn't have a partner. I just messaged Troy and I was like, listen, dude, they've called back for audition tape that I sent through. So, and we went and Keba was like one of my favorite guitarists, like through like all this time. He's so good, and I was like fangirling when I first realized that he was judging the prelims. So it was him and Alicia Thomas judging the prelims, and I was just fangirling max. I was like, oh my god, Keba's there, and I lost it. And right after that, we moved to the finals because they had selected us.
Okay.
And so I went to go take a picture with Keba, and he was like, "You're my favorite vocalist of the day," and I was like,
Oh.
That's when I lost it. He was like, "Yeah, you guys are my favorite vocal performance. Like, I really love your style and like vocal stuff." So I was like, "Oh my god!" And I DM'd him Phoenix, and I told him that this is my song. Need like the world to check it out, and he did.
Yeah.
And he told me that he liked it. And the following Sunday, he met Mikey in church, and he asked Mikey about me.
Okay.
And he was like,
So Michael is the one who produced Nitika's Phoenix and Blue. So
Yes.
He's the producer. So basically, Michael said that Keba said that he'd be up for like any sort of. Keba initially asked me if he wanted anything to be produced by him, but I said since Blue was already underway with Michael, like I was just like, it would be great if you could play with guitars on it, and he was like, yeah, sure, I'll just talk to him. And then Mikey spoke and they spoke, and then it just happened. And I was still recovering from the shock. During that time, he tracked the guitars.
So were you there? Were you there when they tracked guitar? Like, were you helping?
Were you there for the guitar writing and tracking process of
Were you able to talk to him and tell him?
Share ideas, exchange ideas?
No, not really. But the best part about it was that I didn't have to explain the vibe to him at all in order for it to like really come through. I really thought I'd have to, point out that, this wasn't the feel I was going for. Because that happened. I mean, even with the production work generally, like, I always sometimes like tell Mikey, like, what's the feel I'm going for? If you could put this, that. So I really thought, especially with somebody that I wasn't seeing or like talking to, working on it, I really thought I'd have to genuinely put in a lot of effort to try to explain, but he got it. So
but having a musician of that caliber, I'm not surprised.
So like it's crazy to have them play for your track. So I think that was insane.
So you didn't meet Keba during the writing process for Blue? So what? So Elvis played on your track for Phoenix. Yeah. So did you meet Elvis?
No, I did not meet Elvis.
So where did this whole musical journey begin for Nitika as an artist?
Oh yeah, okay. So I started singing when I was really, really small. My parents told me I was like 7 months old when I started singing. I was in church in my little bassinet, and there was this thing at the end of church where it goes, Amen, 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 and like the entire church is singing. And I guess I was just crying in pitch, but my parents thought that crying in pitch was the start of my
singing 100.
Wait, That's Adele, right? Crying in pitch.
100 singing, 100 pitch, 100 everything. Like my parents were so overwhelmed, and everybody around told them like, oh yeah, she's going to become a great singer. My dad was like making me listen to like Beethoven and Bach and Celine Dion, and he was like, this is what she's going to become.
That's a nice story. Okay.
Awesome.
I've always wanted to say this. So you have a clip for us. Can you set it up? But yeah, I'm gonna play the clip right now. Wait, let me call Alan.
Wait, do you wanna hear another thing from the clip, or should I say it after the clip is done?
Wait, let me just get this done.
Wow.
Yo, that is so cute.
Oh.
This is mood swings. I'm good. Not good. Off mood again.
Worldwide for the first time on Nobody Interviews Nitika.
Yo, that is.
This is literally mood swings caught on tape. No joke.
Dude,
How
so
old
you've
were you?
been. No,
I was-
Nitika's been vlogging since 7 months old.
Oh.
She's been
How is-
Instagram living since way before, dude.
Tiny. You remember those Unda like cameras, like those really like alien like
Yeah.
looking cameras?
Yeah.
This was that. This was definitely that. I was 2 years old. No, I was 1.5. Yeah, 1.5.
Okay. Shit, dude, crazy that you have so many videos from.
Yeah, dude. My parents literally did nothing when I
I ain't got shit.
What's up?
Yo!
Hey, what's up, Mikey?
Joining us.
What up?
So, we were talking with Nitika and then we asked her if she met Keba or if she met Elvis while writing their song, in her song. So, did you at least meet them?
Yeah, bro, definitely. I only recorded
Online,
it.
huh?
Right here, bro.
Yeah, so how was that? How was recording Elvis and Keba for Nitika's track? I mean, you've obviously worked with them for like before in previous projects. So how was it working with them for Nitika's track?
It was with Elvis, no, it was just smooth, like, Nitika and I were like,
So it was not smooth with Keba, oh?
yeah, let me finish. Stop being Arnab Goswami, dude. What the hell?
You heard it here first. Michael claims Keba is not. Shit, I hope he doesn't see this, dude.
That's gonna be the clickbait. It's all good.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
He's not.
Okay.
Not.
So when we're recording Elvis, like Nitika and I knew, like, we just wanted that Elvis style, like
Right.
whatever, all these double stops and all that. So when we got the track done, and Elvis came over one day, and we just like asked him to go about it, and he did. He gave me like 3-4 takes, and I just like chopped bits and pieces, and which I think suited the song, and yeah, that was for Phoenix. For Blue and Keba came in, and so I had sent Keba a rough track, and dude, by far, like I never thought about this, but dude, when he entered here, he was so prepared. Like he was prepared with the chords, he was prepared with the tones for the track, like literally everything. And I was like, damn, dude. And believe it or not, we actually finished the entire song in like an hour.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, because he was so prepared. He knew what was happening when, and he just knew. I mean, with his experience, he knew what didn't work. He came. He set up, and his tone is just clean. There's no noise, and it's just like when you get such a good tone to work with, it's so like refreshing. Like you can do all sorts of crazy processing, and it will still sound good. So Kiva came in for Blue we didn't want like the kind of lick stuff or the lines that Elvis kind of played. We wanted some kind of like a repetitive line that goes throughout the song, which not necessarily like chords, because like that everyone does something different. And for Blue, I had the keyboards, so I was playing the keyboards. The keyboards also were playing the chords, so I didn't want the guitars also to play the same thing. So and didn't want Keba's lines to overlap with Nitika's lines. So, but he was prepared for all that, and he came and said, "Bro, I needed lines here and here. Like I need a drone part over here," and he just came like, "Yeah, okay, bro, cool." And I'm like, okay, that was easy.
Sick.
But yeah. So yeah, that was the best and the easiest session I've ever had.
Damn, that's great.
I didn't have to time correct or anything, bro. Just record, stop, everything is in time, everything's where I want it. Then later when I sat to edit, I just chopped up here and there and did some shit. Yeah. That's about it.
Did some shit is producers for
Crit sauce, bro. I can't say all that.
Fine, you can keep them secrets. Thank you, Michael, for joining us.
Thank you, Mikey. Yeah.
Anytime.
Okay,
We will catch you soon on another Zoom call.
Yeah, hopefully.
See you,
See you, boys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
What was your friends and family's reaction listening to your music for the first time?
Yeah, a bunch of them, some people from school were so confused. They were just like, "Wait, you're on Apple Music? How did you get on Apple Music?" Because they were all not in a spiteful way, but all the people who spited me in school just probably kept quiet because they had nothing to say. But
she showed him.
Look who rose up, Phoenix. In your lane. I guess they were all really surprised because they just didn't know that I don't think they were even introduced to the concept of indie artists at all, which was really surprising to me. I think they only realized that maybe it was just Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande on Apple Music, and you had to be something in order to release it. I don't think people knew that there were artists who were putting up so much content every day, and I just started, but I'm glad I had that little bit of a breakthrough for them to understand that there is an entire world of indie music, and there's people busting their butts trying to make it in the scene. And
here's the fun part of this interview. Okay, so you must have had a lot of tricky, bad experiences while doing music, right?
Definitely, not just as a indie musician, but also as a woman in the scene. Definitely.
Yeah. So let's hear about it.
I mean, there was once I can't mention the name of the restaurant, can I?
Yeah.
A very famous BBQ chain of restaurants which has musicians on Thursdays. Yeah.
Which has a lot of birthday parties.
Yeah, a lot of birthday parties, which means
a lot of birthday parties.
A record-breaking 23 times that I sang "Happy Birthday" for this. I have
crazy
videos because my best friend was there with me that night, and she literally recorded me singing "Happy Birthday" every time I sang it. Whoa. And she put it up on her story, and it was a compilation of just happy birthdays sang to random people in this place. And so I was at this set place, which is a family restaurant, by the way. So it was kind of weird to me that a group of men would want to hold an office meeting there. Seriously, you could not just find another place to do this. And while I was singing, they kind of like, they came up to me and they told me to like stop, and they told me to just go out for like 30-40 minutes and not do anything. At the same time,
So this was while you were playing at that rest?
Yeah, I was singing and I was in the middle of a song, and these people came up and they were like, listen, we're trying to have a meeting here. Can you stop singing? And just for like just 30 minutes, and I was like, yo, it was okay. Who holds a meeting in a family restaurant? Like, there's kids splattering like paneer and prawns skewers everywhere. Why you holding a meeting in this? And they just said me, I went and chilled at some other restaurant downstairs for like 45 minutes, and nobody cared that I was gone or anything, and they were still blasting the music within the restaurant during the time, so I didn't understand what this was about. Then there was a group of men who was just standing there, and so obviously you have to wear dresses, and they tell you to come all formally dressed sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. They're just like, you can see them literally staring at your legs because they just have no shame. There was one guy who called the restaurant while I was playing, and he said that I want to speak to the artist. What? And so the receptionist came to me with her phone, and she was like, listen, there's this customer who is here who wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay, maybe this is like a chance for a gig. Maybe he saw it, and like, because Agam from Agam the band, like Jagdish had come and he listened to me, and he came and he was like, you're doing a great job. And I thought maybe it's something like that, you know?
Yeah.
On the phone, and he was like, am I talking to the girl that was singing? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, so I didn't want to disturb you while you were singing. And I was like, bro, you just took me away from my gig right now. What do you mean you didn't want to disturb me while I was singing? I'm still singing. And he was like, he started like, he kept singing, are you sure you're the girl who was singing? And I was like, yo, what is your issue? Like, come to the point. And I was like, is this regarding a gig or something? He was like, I don't want, I just want to tell you, like, I'm not a creep. And I was like, that's such a creep. Like, don't look. Like, I don't want to sound like
play this song.
But I don't want to be too direct either. But can I have your number? And I was like, is this regarding a gig? He was like, no, I just saw you and you looked very nice and you sang very nicely. And I was just thinking whether we could be friends and I could like take you out for coffee. And I was just like,
Friends.
Can I just do my
Friends
job?
and take you out for coffee?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
take you out for coffee if I could get to know you better. I was just like, ooh, what is this? This is not like some call center where you just, this is not how this works. And he wouldn't get off the phone, and I just didn't want to like randomly cut it. So I was like, listen, you can add me on Instagram, Nitika Kurian. I was like, go follow. I just like plugged myself in. And he started messaging me, and I had to fake having a boyfriend just to like tell him to like,
Yeah.
So even like there was one point, there was this, again, like another group of men, and these gigs used to end at like 10:30. So I came down and I had to drive myself back home. And there were the group of guys like took the stairs when I took the elevator.
We're losing you.
Yeah, they took the stairs when I took the elevator, and I was just in the basement, and they were like, hey, you were that girl who was singing, right? And I was like, yeah, you just came down with me. Are you guys stupid? And they were like, they were just very, and at the same time, you can't say anything because you don't know what's going to trigger these men off. Because masculinity, you don't know what you're going to have to deal with. So I just like kept my mouth shut, but they were making me really uncomfortable. They weren't going to their car. They were just following me going to my car. And this entire time, like, you're in a basement at 10:30. It was such a horrible situation to have been in, and they just kept like catcalling while I was walking to my car, and I was just like, how is this even acceptable?
So you get your payments on time, or do they like take? So So do you get your payments on time?
after the gigs?
Never.
Yeah, I think all musicians should not take up,
Yeah. It has to be a collective effort.
Yeah, it's not
Otherwise-
small gigs, but gigs that take advantage of you. Like, yeah. Okay, dude, let's play a game. Dude, let's play a game. Who's gone the longest without being paid? What's been the most time that you haven't been paid? From the gig to the time you got paid.
Gig was in February, payment last week. So
Feb to last week.
Yeah, March, April, May.
I'll tell you something. So this was in this was in 2018. Yeah, 2018. Gig was.
Wait, is this the New Year's gig?
No.
Okay.
Not New Year's gig. New Year's gig is still, they pay usually like within a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still like a long. Yeah, that's still long. But see, we're trying to normalize it now. Yeah. But yeah, this was in 2018. This was at a very famous venue in Bangalore. We received the payment after like 6-7 months.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's hear about your collaboration with Snapchat.
oh shit. Okay. Speaking of Snapchat, like just now, the Snapchat hit. Like she sent me like like my lens.
Yeah.
So she just sent it to me, like just. So I haven't even seen it.
Oh!
Yeah, read it here, dude.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
She just sent it to me. She said, it's called Sing a Song. Okay, so you see it Sing a Song? And in this, like, it'll, I guess.
I think it has, facial recognition, right?
It's a face. Yeah.
But it's like, it's Sing a Song either by like Beyonce, Sing a Song by Queen. So right now it is. Let me just try facial recognizing someone. Does that work? No, it doesn't.
I don't know. Just
when you're on Snapchat and you're a private profile, there's like a your story and then an our story. So our story is when Snapchat puts it on the map. It's like location, and they're putting it on a map for like everyone to see that India, like this is what's happening.
Yeah. Okay, Nitika, imagine we are in the same room right now. Imagine we have a huge budget and 3 cameras. So this camera, what's happening? What's going on in your life?
So architecture is still a nightmare, I guess. Architecture, but I'm trying to balance both of the things. I'm trying to keep architecture on its feet. I don't know at this rate how our exams and things will go, but I mean, hoping for the best. So that's happening. Then we have the fundraiser, of course. For Blue Cross, so that's on the 15th, and we're really hoping to. We've already reached like more than 10K in funds.
Oh, that's awesome! That's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, so that's amazing, and I really thank everyone who's donating, and we're hoping to reach like a 20K goal for now. But like hopefully that happens, and always help the animals around you. That's that, and of course music. So I'll go buy my equipment tomorrow. And,
get those collabs done.
Getting those collaborations done, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's the plan. And I really need to like learn music production, like just the basic thing from scratch. So
Okay.
And Nitika, thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending like around 2 hours.
Thank you so much, Nitika.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just a Stevie fangirling session.
Come on. There's more than that.